Hello everyone, Nadux here, showing you the best mobile editor. Whoa, is that the picture of the subscribe button? That was cheesy. Watch this, I can go very quickly with a speed increase of up to 100%. Or I can slow down and get really tiny like this. Or I can zoom out and become huge and massive. I could be flipped on my head, rotated to the side. This is weird. I can have this lovely effect and this filter. Yeah, now I'm old-timey. Not only that, I can have text. It's also cheesy. And I can have some lovely music. Not only that, but there's also transitions. Watch this. I'm over here. Isn't that cool? It's the power of this editor. It's amazing. So, what is this editor? YouCut. This is by far the best editor for mobile devices, whether that's iOS or Android. I'll leave the link down. This isn't a sponsored video or anything. It's just a really cool editor. And if you ever decide to edit any video in your life, you need this editor. It's not nearly as good as Adobe Premiere Pro, but for a mobile editor, this is the best of the market, 100%. Not sponsored, though if you did want to sponsor me, YouCut, my DMs are open. So let me show you how this thing works. Alright, we're here on my mobile device. I have a Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus. That shouldn't matter. This works on all Android devices and on the Apple devices. It really comes down to your storage, but assuming you have enough storage for your footage, it should work fine. So if we open Play Store here, if you want to read that blurred out thing, that's my actual name and account, so I obviously don't want to share that with you. But the app will look something like this: YouCut Video Editor and Video Maker, no watermark, by InShot Inc. So we're going to go ahead and open this. Now the way that this works is you can go ahead and start a new project, or if you have drafts from working on previous ones, obviously you can open up those. But if we open up new project here, we can click on any videos here. This is just a whole bunch of different video files from editing and just things I got. If I go right here, this is my latest video that I created. Well, not my latest video, but a video I made about a week ago of me and my friend Austin exploring an old Minecraft worlds. I recommend checking that out. But you can go here and you can crop how long or short as you want it to be. Let's just go with that weird length. I know it's kind of weird. And if we go ahead and play the audio, as you can see, it's guess what? It's playing the audio.
What's this? Oh, this is.
But let's say we don't want to play the audio. We can go to volume here and turn it all the way down to 0, and now it's not playing any audio at all. Something we can do in this app is split up our files. So we have now this 4-second one and this 2-minute 21-second, and you can split it up as much as you want. And let's say we don't want this part, right? We can delete that. Or let's say we want to trim this. It's not exact. I can pull that across just like that, which is pretty neat, and say, oh wait, I made a mistake. I don't want to do that. I can go and you press this button right here, and it takes me back and undoes everything that I just did. They added that feature, and my goodness, is it a lifesaver. It's incredible. Now let's say we want to add a sticker. So if we grab our stickers here, these are all just different sort of stickers I have on my phone, but let's say we grab this thing. I can go here and bring it out full size. I can shape it however which way I want, just do a barrel roll. I don't know. But let's say we want to do an animation. If you're wondering what animations are, you can go ahead and make an in and out loop. So let's say we make it slide from the left, just like that, and make it last. It could last however long we want. We're going to go with just a second. And out, we can have it slide to the right, back where it came from for a second, right? And the way that this looks is it comes on in, and then it leaves after 4 seconds, just like that. Which is pretty nifty. If you want, you can obviously split that just like the other side, and let's say we want to copy it, we can copy it. I'm not going to be particular about that, and obviously, if you're going to do it, you can edit however you want. You can also adjust the opacity. You can make it barely visible, and the animations still work with it, just like that, but obviously we're going to have it high up. You can also have GIFs just like this. Like I can get an arrow, it downloads it quickly, but as you can see, it's somewhat of a GIF that goes like whoosh, arrow, which is pretty neat. Now we can also go ahead and add text like this, and you can text however you want. You can say subscribe, which you guys can do, and then you have all the options of different sort of fonts here, and if you want more, you can go here. It's all sorts of different fonts. This is all of them, but if you go to English, you can get English fonts, but other languages, you can obviously get those as well if you want to type in those. I'm going to be using chunk 5, but it doesn't particularly matter. Then what you do is you go on over to the colors here, and you can change the text colors. See, it's black now, it's a pinkish color, a reddish color. Labels here, they basically go and make the whole background a certain color. I usually don't do those, but hey, you can do those if you want. A border goes and makes a border around the outside, and you can change the width around it. A yellow if I want it to be. Could be any sort of color I want, maybe a blue. And then a shadow, this adds a little bit of a, guess what, a shadow on the outside that you can make the intensity of the blur how much you want, and you can change the Y or X. As you can kind of see, I'm moving that up or down, just depending on which side you want the shadow to be on, which is pretty neat. And if you obviously, just like the pictures, you can have it zoom in and zoom out just like the same sort of way as the other ones. We can also click on our footage here, and it gives us loads of options. Like we can change the speed, and this speed you can go down to as slow as 0.2 times. It's very slow, but obviously you might need that for some slow-mo shots, and it goes up to 100 times the speed. This changed my whole video, which was 2 minutes, into a minute and 4 seconds. Ridiculously fast. But we're going to stick with the 1 second here, because that works the best for us. Now what we can also do is change the size so it's not necessarily YouTube. Because I brought in a YouTube footage, or at least that size, it's the YouTube size already, but say you didn't, you can go ahead and change the ratio so it is YouTube. And then if you click the BG here, it allows you to go ahead and move things around like this, and I can change the aspect ratio. Let's say we want to make something for TikTok, right? I can make it a TikTok sort of size. This is also a phone size. It's just the YouTube but flipped on the sideways if you didn't know that. But I can move this around however which way I would like to, and it still works very well. And let's say we don't want this sort of weird color mix here. We can change the color to be just black, and we can zoom in as small as we want, just like that. And it works just as fine. I'm going to go back to the YouTube ratio just because I think it looks best here. But yeah, with the BG, you can zoom in as much as you want. You can see my beautiful face, my beautiful pixely face. Or you can zoom out and it looks like I lost myself. So I'm going to go to no frame just like that to reset it if I want to. But yeah, you can shrink it down if you want. You can zoom in, obviously. Loads of different cool things that you can do with that. Another thing you can do is record. You can tap to record the audio. I'm recording right now. And if I stop and I go back on myself, I can go ahead and play that audio. It's not going to sound too good because I'm recording this separately, but you get what you get. Another thing you can do is flip the entire footage backwards if you want. You can click this button and it just turns it sideways. I don't know if you want to use a mirror or something. You can also crop it, and this is somewhat like the BG thing, but it's more exact and just for cropping things. Like let's say I just want that little part, I can crop it in, and bam, the entire footage is like that now, which is very nice. One of the last things we can do here is an effect, and these effects you can have pro, but also you can also just have regular sort of things. This you can hold down and it makes a glitchy sort of effect, and there's all sorts of different effects that you can work and have fun with here. It all depends on what you want to do with it. Also, filters are a thing, and with these filters you can go and click any of these filters, assuming they're not pro, unless you want to buy pro. And then you can go into adjust and make them mix and match all that you want with them. So you get this interesting footage. I don't know where we're going with this piece that I'm working on right now. I think it's art now. What we can do is we can add music. Now music, don't mind all this sort of stuff, but you can also go ahead and find all sorts of different music that you want. We're going to just use this copyright-free dubstep. I don't know why I have this, but it sounds this way for whatever reason, right? And I can go ahead and do all that, and if I want, I can fade it in just like this so it gradually gets louder. And the volume as well, I can bring it down if I want. Whatever sort of audio I want to go with, which is very nice. Now let's say I want to bring in audio from another file. I can go to extract music from video and click on the file that I want, and I can extract the sound from the video. This allows me to go ahead and use this, and it's all the footage, it's the audio from the video that I'm using, so if I want to cut that up in any sort of way or just use it, that's a great way of doing so. It also has effects that are somewhat free to use, but you have to watch an ad if you want to use some of them, not all of them. But as you can see, if I want to watch that, it's a free one, but you got to watch an ad, so take caution with those. Actually, trimming it some more if you want to trim some more, but that's up to you. So that's the best editor. You can rotate it as well and go like that and go sideways if you want. What the heck am I watching? I don't even know. But that's where we're gonna end this video, this weird sort of thing. I hope that this allowed you guys to make great content for your own channels. If you'd use any sort of mobile device for your editing software, it doesn't necessarily have to be gaming or Minecraft videos, but that's just the example I'm using here. So if you guys did find this useful, you guys should check out the rest of my channel. It's Minecraft oriented. If you're into that, you'll probably like it. If you aren't, then obviously you probably won't. But hey, you can give it a try and leave a like if you did enjoy this and find it useful. It really does mean a lot to me. And it shows me that you guys found use out of this tutorial. So, thank you all so much for watching, and this has been Now Ya Ducks, signing off.